Hey, what's up, everybody? Hey, let's try this for a third time. This time the microphone's hooked up. The good thing is, the more I do it, the shorter it gets for you. So I'm here today is like your overall Verkk guide to magnet setups with the Verks. So all of these are set up the same way. I run them N52s in the corners, stock 45s in the middle. This guy's all 52s in the 2-click, but that's because I use it with sandwiches and I need it to be stronger than stock. And one of the reasons that I like stronger magnets as opposed to weaker magnets is, I like to use my stuff as I'm walking around and not having to worry as much about a half falling off and hitting the ground. We've all had that feeling.
Fuck.
We've all been there, right? So I personally like stronger magnets in the corners just to make sure I have a little more of a chance of not having that happen. So when it comes to these Skellys, I bought a bunch of different kinds of magnets. As you can see here, I have them kind of separated out on this Magnus tin with just some, masking tape on there. So I've got the stock magnets N45s here. Got all of these are JC Magnetics 6x3, 6x4s that I was trying in the sandwiches. Didn't work. 6x1.5 millimeters. I got gold 6x2 millimeters because the 6x3 millimeters they only let you order 5,000 at a time. So unless someone wants to get in on a group order with me, I'm stuck with the 2 millimeter gold magnets. And then I've got the 6x3 epoxy coated N52s. Now, these are arguably a little bit weaker than your normal non-coated N52s. And after all my testing and everything, I kind of feel like that's accurate because I've paired these in both of my titanium Skellys with these 6mm by 1/2 millimeter N52s. I have paired them in the titanium one, in the titanium versions. So I have an N52, no O-rings, black magnet on the body side, and then an N52 little skinny one on the plate side. So it's actually 3.5 millimeters worth of magnets, but it feels a little weaker than a normal N52. And when you add this, it kind of makes it feel like it should. So you get a little less magnet movement, so you get less of a crunch, but you get the same strength as you would if you had normal N52s. So it gives me the aesthetic that I want with the black magnets where you can't see them unless you're looking for them in a shadow, which they're going to be black anyway. But you also get that shiny spot on the plates where you can see them. When it comes to the Zirconium Skelly Verkk, I wanted the gold magnets for this. I want that black and that gold contrast, but I still want that silver on silver plate look, right? So I got the 2 millimeter gold magnets and 1.5 millimeter silver magnets, thinking that's 3.5 millimeters. That's how much room we have without the O-rings. So I'll put that on the gold, we'll be good to go. That made it way too much. It made it too strong. It made it harder for it to want to separate and slide smoothly. It would get stuck in this position a lot instead of just smoothly going through all the different positions. So realizing that was too much, I didn't have 1 millimeter thick magnets, so all I had was these little 0.5 millimeter ones. Never thinking I'd actually use them as much as I have, but each one of these has these in it. And in this version, or this setup, I'm using one of the gold 2 millimeter magnets on the body side, and then 3 of the 0.5 millimeter magnets on the plate side. So it's actually 4 magnets in each little spot but the 3 combined to make 1.5 millimeters is weaker than the 1.5 millimeter magnet alone. So it still gives you that little extra than stock, but it's still a little less than normal N52s, which I'm kind of digging with this Skelly Verkk. It's really smooth, it's really buttery, and the extra weight compared to the titanium is only 7 or 8 grams, so that's nice, but it's just enough to make some moves a little bit more enjoyable. And you know, this setup has been what I've been rocking the most. So I recommend that, and if you're gonna spend the money on a Skelly Verkk, I highly recommend going with the Zirk version. Now, the discussion about Zirconium is one of those, you know, preference things. I've never had a taste for it just because it was so much more money for something that doesn't shine. I like the shine of my titanium stuff. And I could never justify the extra cost. I got beans and it dinged and they scratched and I didn't like it. So I rarely use my Zirk beans, but now I've got a new set and I've been taking better care of things. And then I've got this Verkk that I got because I like the original coral so much that I wanted to know what Zirk felt like, and it just felt heavier compared to this because the texture on the Verkk it's not beneficial to what Zirk actually can feel like. So you're thinking, how do I change my opinion just because of this? Well, I also got a Zirk hex now, and having a different surface to feel what Zirk is like has kind of changed my mind on the benefits of Zirk. As my hands sweat, it stays grippy, it doesn't lose grip, and it's like that middle spot between a stone wash finish and a matte finish. So you know, it's like a matte finish and a stone wash finish had a baby, and it came out like Zirk, and it's been great. And even on this Skelly Verkk version of the Verkk, there are less drill spots along the edge as opposed to the original. So these little edges here can get a little bit hot spotty. If you got sensitive skin, they are kind of rough, but they don't go all the way to the edge on the Skelly. So you actually get a nice round, smooth profile on the edge. And then, you know, then the plates. The plates are freaking awesome on all 3 of these. They're great. But other than that, that's all the magnet setups that I've been using. If anyone's interested in how I swap them, what I do, what order of operations or whatever, let me know. And we'll see you in the next Hughes Reviews video.